Okay, so I did an introductory video on understanding what a Pictos is versus a Lumina, how one becomes the other, and that kind of thing, and I'll put a link to that in the description. This video is a little more in depth. It is how Pictos themselves interact and can contribute to your attributes numbers. On health and attack power, speed, defense, and critical rate, you can see the base numbers over on the right. You see the 414, the 107, 265, and 9%. The attack power can be influenced by the weapon you have equipped, and that really won't be covered in this video. But the other four, health, speed, defense, and crit rate, can all be affected by the Pictos that you assign. So I was in here kind of wondering why Gustav, who is the same vitality level as Mael, has wildly different health numbers, 721 versus 548. And I was looking on the right because I didn't know what that little diamond icon was, and it finally clicked that that's a Pictos. So that's what this is. So they both have the same base health rate for level 10, which is 414. But he adds 307, whereas she only adds 134. And that's based on the Pictos that I have equipped for them. Not Luminas, but Pictos. As far as agility goes, speed is the same thing. On Pictos, you'll often see they either have health and speed, or speed and defense, or health and crit rate. So they usually have two attributes on the Pictos as well. That's what these are. This is where those go. So speed adds to her agility, or his agility for that matter, both of them. Defense is defense, and critical rate gets added to luck. So she gets 6% added to her base of 9, and he gets 8, simply because of what's on the Pictos that I assigned. So if we come in here, you can see that attack lifesteal adds 88 health and 8% crit rate. So that's where his 8 crit rate comes from. She has augmented counter, which is 4, and stun boost, which is 2, which accounts for her 6% critical rate being added to the base number of luck. So as far as health goes, you can see in the top right, his health is 721. That's because it's the, whatever it was, 414 or whatever, the base number was for level 10 vitality, plus the health that comes from these Pictos that I have assigned. So if I remove, say, the energizing start, which has an additional health of 175, if I clear that, you'll see the top right, his health will drop from 721 down to 546. That's because it's no longer assigned. So if we assigned, say, Breaker instead, his speed should go up from 294 in the top right, and his critical rate should increase as well. We're going to take it from Lune and we'll add it. So you can see his speed just increased and his critical rate just increased as well. So when you're assigning Pictoses, because these additional numbers don't appear to come from here, like if I unassign Dodger, Dodger has a speed and 3%, that doesn't seem to impact it. So this is just the Pictos, not Luminas. So if you have a Pictos that you want assigned, if you want the skill portion assigned to someone, you might decide that you also want the attributes assigned as well. And so you may choose to use a Dodger or whatever in Pictos form instead of Luminous form, if that makes sense. Because you'll get, for example, Dodger, the speed and critical rate benefits as a Pictos, but you don't get them as a Lumina. So hopefully that's clear as mud. But, and I'll write it out in the description as well, so hopefully that helps. But, so keep that in mind. If you want to increase their health or speed or any one of their 4 attributes that affected by Pictos, you might choose to do a Pictos over a Lumina. So, anyway, so keep that in mind. A little additional information.